The reality is that whether you like it or not, want to or not, you will probably live longer than you thought. They call this the centenarian century. The peak of this is not going to hit till 2050, until the baby boomers. So as far as I can see, we have 38 years until this reaches the peak. And it's going to be in the news for the next 38 years. And so you think about this number and how we can use it to cause change. When you look at the centenarian bell curve, when you look at that chart from Australia, you see how it starts in 1911, it's on the bottom, and then it starts to go up, 2004. The peak won't hit till 2050. So you think about how high that bell curve and how high that's going to rise. And what we must understand is that the children and grandchildren and great-grandchildren and great-great-grandchildren, the first generation in history where we are going to see 4 and 5 generations as the norm. I'll never forget when I was doing a Parker event, Dr. Mancini was kind enough to have me to come and speak to their graduation, which was incredible, one of the highlights of my life, chiropractically, without question. And then we did a seminar on the 100-year lifestyle at the Sheraton. And it was for the Four Seasons, I think it was, the Four Seasons Hotel. And he invited all the business leaders, and we talked about the 100-year lifestyle. Remember that? That was a lot of fun. There was a little girl in that audience that changed my life. She came up to me afterwards. I say a little girl. She was like 15. She came up to me afterwards, and she was crying. And she looked at me, and she immediately captured me because she said to me, Dr. Plasker, what you said really hit home for me because my grandma, I love her so much. And I am seeing her and watching her deteriorate, and I can't talk to her anymore, and she can't tell me that she loves me anymore, and I don't want to be like that. We are the first generation in history that is getting the advance notice that whether we like it or not, want to or not, we are probably going to live longer than we ever thought, whether we like it or not, want to or not. This new generation, this first generation, needs leaders. It does not need followers. It does not need repackaged financing of old models that don't work. This generation needs leaders. How many of you would be willing to lead in your community? Yes? This generation needs leaders.